So everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Attack on Titan. But before we talk more about this episode and possible spoilers, here's another promotion right here. So please be sure to check out the artist links in the description box, also find links to this reaction video. And, well, shit is hitting the fan quite a lot. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna cry or laugh. I mean, holy shit, seeing these motherfucker titans everywhere. Oh, gosh. And then Eren losing control. I mean, and he doesn't regenerate. I mean, obviously it do make sense if transforming into a titan like that. I imagine only as I have seen and understand is that it take a huge amount of energy, an abyssal amount of energy. I mean, literally, oh god, and then Armin coming there, and that is. I guess Armin need to be sitting there, like, controlling him. Like, you know, like, controlling a mech, a Gundam, you know? Gundam Titan. Or something like that. And then though, one of my favorite moments was definitely Mikasa blushing and all that. That was surprisingly cute and surprisingly surprised that in all amidst this chaos and all that, we got to see such a thing there. And I must say, I like Eren so far. I mean, I know they're all thinking as well, Pixies, that they'll already lost so many men in this crazy operation. But first of all, now when they have lost so many, giving up right away would definitely throw the lives away of those that died. And as it is, nothing stops the Titans. If they just give up and feel like, no, this doesn't work. And then again, also, I mean, if everyone dies, then it doesn't, then it won't, then doesn't matter if, I mean, if everyone is dead, then there's no one to succeed, so to say. But it's a very small balance, well, small, it's quite a dangerous balance on how much I've ready to sacrifice and lose and to actually win. And I understand Pix as well and all of that, that if this crazy plan would work, it would give a boost to humanity, to all of the people there, that they can fight the Titans, that they can win against them. And just even if it would be considered a little feat, what it can do for morale is insane. I mean, that is why every soldier, I'm pretty fucking sure when every soldier appears, when every soldier is going there, if then, here is the normal, you know, when it comes to morale, you know, being, we can do this. I consider that most soldiers, when they get into the army and all that, they're already pretty low, because they only die. They don't make any real progress. And when that happens, I mean, no wonder the morale is dropping like a fucking bomb like that. So if they could do this, and Pixie really taking a risk with this, it's if they would succeed, which I hope. I have no idea what will happen now after Eren seemed to have gained a bit of control again, because as I assume, when he took this form now, is that he kind of fell asleep, you know, that, well, obviously, because he's burning up his body and all of that, and the Titan went on automatic mode, so to speak, that it just moved, and that reason why I was glowing like that, because there wasn't Eren that was in control. Normally you see that on before previous ones, that he had his human looking eyes, not these glowing orbs. I could say this is like Madness Enhancement 3000 or something like that. But I do have one or two theory that my friend Professor Theo finally can deliver. He's a bit sad because he wasn't here yesterday. So, yeah, here he is.
Oh, hello there, finally we are back again with Professor Theo Rice. It's Norwegian. And I do have managed to grow my mustache to its prime days once again. I'm using a secret formula that takes over one day and you get this beautiful, magnificent mustache. I tried to use it on my ass here once. That was an awful experiment. My mustache kind of escaped. Damn it, I need to stamp it to my face. But yes, today's theory I have is about the Titans and humans connection. That was an Icelandic mating call, just so you know. So the Titans just one day appeared from nowhere. Very suspicious, right? And now we have seen that some humans have the ability to become Titans. How is very, very suspicious. Eren's papa seemed to know quite a little bit about that. I'm not entirely sure how. Well, from one mad scientist to another mad scientist, I say I salute his work, whatever it is. Madness and genius is one thin line. So how did the Titans appear? That is a very big and important question. I have no answer for that, but only my simple theory of the big heads of mine. Considering the physiological and characteristics forms, I would assume that they are definitely related to humans. And maybe, we're humans once. But how exactly would that be the case? How would that work? That is a very, very good question. Now, this is a spoiler warning for everyone that haven't watched The Walking Dead, so if you don't want to be spoiled, here's a little spoiler for that. In The Walking Dead, where zombies rise from everywhere, it's learned that the virus that they assumed was spread from zombie to human and turned to zombie and so on, was actually that every single human possessed that virus from the begin with. So anyone is capable of becoming a zombie. And now I'm drawing the parallels to Attack on Titans and the Titans, you know? What if every human can become a Titan? Maybe there is something within the genes. Maybe there is something ancient being that they have been researching. And considering Titans seemingly never-ending hunger for humans, and doesn't only seem to be that they really need to eat them, but to do it anyways, and that they are attracted to big masses of humans. Why? If not, they are connected. I mean, from the obviously forms of the Titans, they look like very big, very messed up humans, but still look undeniably human. And considering we have seen at least one so far human becoming a Titan, and assuming we have two more that can be. So where is the ending of that? How do I don't know yet. Probably some weird injection shit that Eren's papa kind of did. But that is just one theory that has been poking on my mind a little bit, taking resemblance from The Walking Dead and all of that. Dead, Titans, almost the same kind of thing. But take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I honestly just thrown out my theories right now.
So that is my little theory for now, that I think most humans can become Titans. I mean, considering how the Titans, how their shapes are, how they look like, how they act. I mean, okay, not how they act, but in general, how it looks. And maybe, just throwing that out, you know how Titans always seem to smile? Maybe it is because they like, humans, my favorite kind of dish. Yeah! And they're smiling for that, maybe? I don't know. Though what I do wondering about is, if humans, I mean, I'm pretty damn sure at least that humans are related to Titans. That, considering Eren transform and all that, there is something to it. The question is how it happened. If all of these Titans once were humans, how did that happen? I mean, okay, I could guess evolution, you know, happened for some reason that humans turned to Titans, but since, from my understanding, they mentioned that they appeared like overnight, they just appeared. That is not any kind of evolution. That is something that forced a transformation. And maybe it was a transformation just like Eren, but they get stuck in this form. Maybe, maybe, because as Armin said, is that, you know, chopping there in the neck is pretty much where Eren sits, just below the neck, so that explains why if you chop there, they lose control. Maybe there are actually humans, a human that is like Eren, you know, inside of all of this flesh, controlling. Maybe. And or that human, like Eren, have become, you know, pretty much probably died if it's consider how long that probably been walking. So it's just going by primitive instincts at this point. Seriously, this is so many questions. I'm sorry, but this is something I'm really fascinated about. I think it's really interesting. I'm curious to see how this can evolve to. Man, yeah, and I'm sorry for all of this kind of mess. And I realize I have full of holes in this shirt. I can't afford too many shirts at this moment. But yes, I will be back though with more Attack on Titan tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. I'm probably will wonder what the fuck's going on even more. So thank you for joining. See you later on. Have a continued super great day.